Hey everyone, I'm Kristen. This is my YouTube channel, The House of Kratimer, and I'm so excited to share with you what I was able to experience today. So let's get into it. I am sitting right out front of the I Am Mom Summit. I am so freaking excited. Today, I was able to go to the I Am Mom Summit hosted in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's hosted every year by Shawn who is an Olympic gold medalist, silver medalist, and all-around rock star for gymnastics, as well as her husband, who was a former NFL long snapper. They have 3 kids. They're super family oriented and just really great people. And they hosted this event, and it was so cool to be a part of it. It celebrated moms. It was a really great way to kind of kick off the Mother's Day weekend. Today is Friday. Mother's Day is on Sunday. And so it was just really a great way to kind of talk about motherhood, talk about how to raise children in a safe, effective way, how to make kids mentally strong, all sorts of amazing things. Plus, they showered us with incredible giveaways. So it was a really awesome thing that I got to be part of. Shout out to my husband Ryan for encouraging me and allowing me to go. It was such an amazing experience. There are a couple of things that I want to kind of talk through, and some of the things that I thought were so cool in regards to some of the speakers that they had there. Hey guys, we're here. I am not allowed to video within the venues, just a heads up. So I will keep you posted on everything that we talk about and how awesome this experience is. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. The first one was the keynote speaker, Dr. Daniel Amen. He is a psychiatrist, a best-selling author. He wrote a book called Raising Mentally Strong Kids, and the entire premise of his research is that we need to let kids do things for themselves instead of doing things for them. I think a lot of times as parents, and I know myself as I have kind of jumped into this bonus mom role, I wanted to take away pain. I wanted to take away the hard things like chores and stuff like that. It's like, it's okay, I got it. I can do this. Or you know what, it's okay. Just have some ice cream, it'll be fine. But in his book, he talks about that is not the way to do it. The way to do it is to let them go through those hard times so that they can learn and that they can really kind of mentally grow their own fortitude, which I thought was, I mean, it made a lot of sense. As someone who hasn't really taken a lot of parenting classes, I'm fairly new to this particular game. It's really important to me to learn this kind of information because as the kids, go through experiences that are hard, bullying at school, hard soccer game losses, things that don't go quite right at work. Those are really hard things, and it's up to them to kind of get through them so that they can be mentally strong. He also has a digital series where he scans the brains of actual like celebrities, high profile actors, musicians, and just kind of goes through the changes that happen in the brain. And it's just really interesting. So when someone is mentally capable, their brain lights up. But when they're not, and when they're kind of, coddled a little bit, then their brain doesn't show the trademarks of being capable of having those markers and all of that good stuff. So that was really good. I highly recommend. I just purchased his book. It's called, again, Raising Mentally Strong Kids by Dr. Daniel Amen. He is a doctor. He's a psychiatrist. He's also a dad himself. And so, I don't know, just super cool. Just a great resource. And just hearing him talk really kind of fortified in me what I can do to help my kids instead of doing what I think is helping them. So it's not coddling them. It's not, making things go away, but it's empowering them and standing next to them when they have hard things come up in their lives. So I thought that was really cool. The second keynote was Brooke Romney. She wrote a book called Modern Manners for Kids and Teens. And she just kind of talked about community, and she talked about the importance of teaching kids how to kind of, be in society, live in society, abide by society's rules, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to make them successful. It's such a cool and nuanced thing to be in this post-pandemic world. Everything has changed, and she talked a lot about that. She talked a lot about the manners that people need. She talked about all of these different things that can happen, and that kids need to be able to work through and be prepared for, which was also really interesting. So I really appreciated her input as well. There were so many other amazing speakers. There were panels. There was a couples panel where they brought out a few couples, and they just talked about what it's like to form and have a really good relationship in today's world. And a couple of things that I took away from that was having intentions, like good intentions to spend time, intentions to put your phone away, intentions to have conversation, as well as actually spending the time to show that you are involved in the relationship and you're in it, instead of just trying to multitask all of the time. So I thought that was really cool. And all of these couples, the one thing that I have to say that they had in common was they could joke with each other, and they didn't give each other too hard of a time. They were able to laugh it off, and I mean, they would jab at each other and poke fun, but at the end of the day, you could tell that they loved each other, that they had each other's backs, and that they didn't take themselves too seriously. And I just thought that that was such a good example of how I want my relationship to be. Not taking jabs too seriously, or not getting all wrapped up in the nitty gritty, just kind of letting things roll. So that was really cool to see those couples and to see kind of how they interacted with each other, how they interacted with other couples. Definitely really cool. There was, let's see, I'm looking through the website right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Shaylee and Grant Taylor. I don't know. In Utah, they're kind of popular. They live down in Provo. Grant was actually the mascot for the BYU Cougars and did like all the cool dance moves and stuff like that. But they're crazy good at dancing, and they taught us how to do a line dance. I line danced. Luckily, it was not caught on video, but it was actually really fun. And so hopefully maybe someday I'll be able to kind of use those skills and move forward on the dance floor. So anyway, it was just a really awesome event. I just really, I don't know, I feel like the more you're invested in raising healthy, mentally capable kids, the more these types of events, these types of books that you should be reading, and maybe classes to take and stuff like that. And so that's something that I took away from this, is that I really need to do more and educate myself better for the kids, for these cute kiddos that I'm helping raise. So Anyway, that was the I Am Mom Summit. It was actually founded in 2018, so it happened pre-pandemic, and then it was virtual, and then they have been able to bring it back in person. This year, it was at the Hale Center Theater, which is just south of Salt Lake in Sandy. And it was just such an awesome experience to be around moms, to be, totally pampered. Wasn't expecting that. Like they kind of gave us the preface that, oh, there's going to be goodie bags. And I'm like, sweet. Love me a good goodie bag, right? But I'll put in some footage here that shows you exactly how pampered we were. And to top it off, I got to meet Shawn and Andrew, and it was wonderful. They are amazing people. They're the kindest, just most down-to-earth couple ever. And it was just a really great experience. So if you ever have the chance to either attend I Am Mom, let's see, what is it called? Yeah, I Am Mom Summit, either in person or digitally, I highly recommend it, or similar things, because the more you know, the better you can be, and the better that you can raise your kids. So anyway, that's pretty much the summary. It was a fantastic day. I hope you guys also have a fantastic day, and I will catch you at the next video.